Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of Vern's Misadventures. So in this one we're going to continue with our Commodore 128 project. We're going to be retrobrighting and recapping the power supply. So without further ado, let's do this. Power supply apart, and then we can retrobright the case for this tonight. Let's see how well we can get these plugs out of here. I'm not sure it's factory finished. Might be making a little bit of headway. Alright, there's that one. One more. We got this. There it is. Finally. Alright. Fortunately, we had to destroy it to get it out of there, but at least it's out of there. Down here, screws over here, a couple screws there. That's got the case clear. That was easier than I thought it would be. Alright, and there's our two capacitors. We'll change those capacitors tomorrow. It's already late tonight. Guess we're ready to get started. Let's do this. order from Console 5 has arrived. Let me show you what all they sent. When I say they sent, I mean that they sent it after I ordered it and paid for it. This was not sponsored. I don't want to give anybody the impression that I have some kind of relationship with these folks, which I do not. So, Console 5, that's where I got this stuff. So this is for the 128 main board, the motherboard recap kit. We're not going to be doing this today. I'm really hopeful that after we recap it, it will work, but I'm holding out, although I'm hopeful, I'm prepared to be disappointed by that. And then, just like they did last time, they sent me an atomic fireball along with my order, so thank you very much. So, today, because we took the power supply apart yesterday to Retrobright it, today we're going to put these caps in the power supply. So there's only 2 caps in this one, unlike the Apple II that had, what was it? God, 15 or something, I don't know. It was a bunch. So this one's only got these 2. Let's see here. One's a 4700 microfarad. The other is a 2200 microfarad. Now, I checked the voltage on that power supply because I understand that Commodore power supplies have a tendency to over-deliver as they age, but mine was just fine. So I'll have to check it again after we recap it to make sure that nothing's changed, but I suspect it. So let's get that power supply up here and we'll see what we can do. Just look at the state of it. So yesterday, I bridged these capacitors, these 2 large capacitors here. I bridged their contacts yesterday to discharge them. Okay, so this one here is the 4700, and the 2200 is over here. So probably doesn't need it, but they are 25 years old. So let's go ahead and, well, 35 years old. Yeah, 35 years old. It's an 86. Now, I'm just a hobbyist. I'm not an expert, so please, 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 don't follow what I do and think, okay, I'm safe. Because I'm still learning and I'm by no means an expert. I don't mean to portray myself as one. I'm just a hobbyist who wants to fix his own computers. Take that for what it's worth. Please don't hurt yourself because you saw me do something. These 2 here, most likely, and then these 2 here. At least that will be our plan of attack. So, yeah, let's just see what we can do here. I don't see where the board is marked on this side. Let me see if it's marked on the other side. It doesn't appear to be marked at all. So what we have to do is make sure we put them in the way they come out. The negative side is with the cord facing over here to the right. The negative side faces the rear. I don't know how else to describe it. So that's what I would say it is. Oh, let me put a little flux on here to kind of help with the heat transfer, maybe, or connectivity. Just a little flux on it. Alright. Next thing. Let's get hot. Do the heat and wiggle trick. Give it another little slurp here. jiggly now than it was, but still, in the pins, maybe that'll help some. They're just a little bit bent, not too bad. Yeah, I think that's going to help some. And she's out. So this one was a 4700. 16 volt 4700 microfarad. Let's get the solder wick and let's see if we can get that cleaned up a little bit before we put a new one in. Yeah, this larger tip transfers heat much better than that little bitty one that was on there when it came out of the box. It also came with some utterly worthless solder. Yeah, I think I might need to turn this up. I got it set at 600 and it's just, I'll be honest, it's just not getting the job done. Let's go to 650. My old one, you just plug it in and it was good to go. So, there we go. We'll let it get that a second to come up, I guess. My old soldering iron, anyway, you didn't have any adjustments, so you just took what it gave you. And I don't even know what that was. This one here, you have the option to not have to use so much heat when you don't need it. Let's see if we can get this put in here. I do believe that to be correct. So anyway, this might be a little thin for what we're doing. This is 0.6 millimeter. Maybe 1 millimeter would have been better. This is 60-40. Let's just see what we can do, huh? Well, I guess you're going to have to crank it up some more. That's just not getting the job done either. So it's a learning thing to get a new, to learn to use a new soldering iron. Yeah, now that we're getting up towards 7, now it's wanting to melt and flow. So I think that's probably the hotter setup. The hot setup yet. Okay. Pretty puddle going instead of that lackluster, cracked, lumpy mess I was making before. Bit of it off of there now. Let's get it straight pins. Heat it up, push it out. Alright, the negative is towards the right rear corner. Too shabby already because we already did this. You can always use a little cleanup. Thing is, we'll just try these two holes and see if there's solder pads underneath it when we get it done. If there is, we're good. Hey, we won. How about that? Alright. Pin. I need to get some bigger solder. This 0.6 is a little too fine for this work. I think a full millimeter would be better. down a little alcohol. Figured if nothing else, we scrub off our marker marks. Yes. Back up here, look at that. 2 brand new capacitors. Alright, I guess we're ready for the case, aren't we? I'll show you how that come out. So here's how the case came out of the Retrobright. Huh? It's pretty good, huh? Let's see here. I'll go ahead and turn the soldering iron off. I don't believe we need that anymore. Each sample. Okay. That goes right about there. So we got one little screw that goes down in here. These 2 shorter screws, they go through here, here, and here. Okay, and then everything else goes all the way through the case. I'm not going to be putting the plugs back in. I didn't even retrobright them or anything. We may not need it, but we have a hole in one of them. We're missing one, and one came out good. So we will just put it together and be done with it. Huh? I need to clean the cords a little more, I think. They sure don't look too good against this beautiful case. They'll be alright. Hopefully we don't need to make any kind of adjustments because we're closing up the case. It really tightens up. Stripped. Yeah, we got a couple that look good. Anyway. Alright. So I'm going to turn this back over like so. Look at that. Still need to clean this cord. The cord didn't look too bad until put it against that nice pretty case. But anyway, that is a recapped and retrobrighted power supply. How about that? I don't know. I guess we'll try the glass cleaner on it. I think that's what I used before, but I was using paper towels. I got a washcloth now. Maybe we get a little more thorough job on it. Yeah, I think it looks a little better than it did. Okay, let's do this one again. Very nice indeed. Well, alright y'all, I think that the power supply came out quite nice, as did the rest of the system. And that will conclude the retrobrighting on the Commodore 128. Thank you all for watching. I'd like to invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got a lot more work to do on the Commodore 128. We're going to retrobright the Apple IIe, and we'll probably do a few more projects that pop up as we go. So with that, we'll see y'all later. Y'all take care.